before going to work, something told me to call you. I ain't gonna say something. I'm gonna say God, because something just don't tell you. Something just don't tell you good things to call you, and tell you to, boom, 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 to make sure you do the right thing. And I didn't listen. Something say call her and say, Cara, before you pull out the garage, make sure you don't hit the column to hold the garage up in the bottom, and make sure you don't hit it and mess my truck up. But I didn't.
And he did.
And
why you didn't?
Tell him why I didn't.
He didn't because he said he already knew how I was going to react to him. Like he was telling me how to, you don't got to tell me how to drive your truck. But I wouldn't have got offended about that because I wouldn't have got defensive about that because I already told him that I don't like driving that truck. And and that's why it happened though. But because you see his face, right? You're like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm serious. Like any other time, I probably would have been like, you don't have to tell me this, and I know this, and yeah.
Really?
But when it comes down to that truck,
I ain't talking about just the truck. I'm talking about everything.
I said everything. I said other things. I said, but when it came down to the truck, you could have told me what to do and how to do it, and I probably wouldn't have said anything.
But I didn't want to because I gave you the benefit of the doubt, and I felt as if I didn't want to act like I was your father, your daddy, and telling you how you need to drive this or do that. I say, okay, no, I'm going to let her handle it. She can handle it. I have faith in her. She can do it. Yeah. And I didn't do it. And something told me to do it.
Right.
So I was kind of pissed off.
You was kind of.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
I was pissed off.
Let's tell the truth. I thought we were telling the truth.
Yeah, we're telling the truth.
Okay.
We're shaming the devil right now.
You wasn't kind of pissed off. You was pissed off.
I was pissed
because
pissed. I didn't listen to my first mind. That's why I was pissed. But she thought I was pissed at her. That's the difference. I wasn't pissed at her, but due to the fact she had done something that wasn't right in the process of me being pissed, she took it as if it was her I was pissed at. But it wasn't. I was pissed at me more so than anything because I could have had avoided this by just simply picking up the phone and saying, Cara, before she got down to Cara, before you drive out and pull my truck out, do not drive and turn my truck hard right. Pull out, you got to dang near do a 3-point turn. Pull out, back up, pull out, back up, pull out again, and go out. But I didn't do it. And by me not listening to my first mind about things she noticed about me, it does something to me when something happened that I could have avoided from happening by simply just listening to my first mind. That's it. And that was what I was more so pissed off about because I was like, dang. Like, if I would have just told her, but then I was like, I didn't want to tell her because I didn't want her to seem as if, I got to be on top of her about everything. Oh, you got to tell me this, you got to be this, you got to be that, you got to be here, you got to be that, you got to tell me. I ain't know, I'm a grown woman.
All right. You being real extra.
I'm a grown woman. But anyway, I was...
Extra?
Huh?
But anyway, after I hit the truck and everything, he came in the house that morning. He was on the phone. He was talking. And he went outside and he was still in a conversation, whatever. So I figured he was going to his truck. So I probably need to let him know what had happened. So I called him and I let him know what happened. And you kind of hear it in his voice that he was kind of like, oh, well, yeah, and you should have, and what you did, you should have been paying attention, and you could have been, and I'm like, all right, whatever. We let that go, because I had to work that night too, so I had to get some rest and everything. And he was getting ready to go back to South Dakota in a couple of hours too. So I came in that morning, we spoke to each other, We kissed each other, told him good morning, whatever. Then he went out and he was on the phone outside for hours and hours until it was time for him to come back upstairs and get dressed and come back and leave out. So I hadn't had any time with him. So I felt like I was being ignored. Like, you know what I mean? Like he didn't want to. Then that's how he do. If he don't want to deal with me, like he just don't deal with me. You know what I mean? He'll be just go off one day like I ain't got time because I don't want to act no certain type of way. I don't want to say nothing wrong. So he just keep his distance, and that's what he did. But I felt it though, you know.
Taste your drink, baby. See, is it strong enough? Or is it too sweet?
Oh, it's good.
Need some more?
It's good. So after that happened. So we didn't talk or anything. So I was already feeling a certain kind of way, and I just felt like everything was just going wrong. Everything that I tried to do just wrong. Like try to order him a phone case, it was wrong, and he's questioning whether I put in the right phone case or not. And he turned around the very next week and ordered his own phone case and did the same exact thing that I did. But that's the narrative here. I was just like, I just felt like everything that I tried to do was just not, it wasn't working, you know. So I was frustrated, and I was frustrated with myself, and I was just frustrated, period. And I didn't want to hear none of the extras, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to hear that, oh, maybe if you would have did it this way or you would have did it that way. I did not want to hear that. Like, that was like, don't even say nothing to me right now because I'm already going through it with myself. I don't need you in the background in my ear. So we let that go. He explained he wasn't mad and he was all right, and that was just material, and we could get the truck fixed, and so on and so forth. Cool. But still, kind of, intimate conversation like we normally have, and nothing. I went to work that night. And that's the night that I didn't get a text from you that morning saying, hey, baby, how's your night going? I love you, and so forth and so on. So, what was it, the next morning? Or was it the next night? I don't even think we talked hardly any that day.
No, we didn't. You called me later. You called me the same exact night when I got to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sioux Falls, South Dakota is like going from Rock Hill to Atlanta. It's like 3.5, 4 hours. So I commute there from Sunday
to Thursday.
Yeah, till Thursday. I leave. It's like a 4-hour drive. You know, it's like a 4-hour drive. So I leave on a Sunday, so I can be to work on a Monday morning at 7 o'clock. But I just come in and chill. Lay down, watch the game. Relax. Get unpacked and get ready for the week, for my work week. I think she called me.
We didn't talk any.
Yeah, you called me that night. I was laying down. You called me about 10:30 on your way going to work. Yeah. You called me about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
Right, no, before you clocked in. Maybe about 10. Mm-hmm. You called me. Yeah. And you just went in and you was just like all over the place. You was just in your feelings, And I just knew you was in your feelings, and I was already in my feelings because I knew what was on my mind. Fellas.
Well.
And ladies.
Okay.
To let y'all know, it was a lot on my mind because I was already in a place. I knew where I was. When a man know what he wants and know where he's going and know what he want to do in life, anything that comes up or arrives at the time of anything that may cause chaos or confusion, if he truly, truly, truly loves you, he can care less with what's taking place at that time. Are y'all following me? He can care less with what's taking place at that time. His focus is on his vision and his goals and what he sees or what he's already visioned things to be.
Whatever you had already planned.
Or what I had already planned to
do.
Even though
was
I
a
didn't
big
tell
thing.
her.
That's what I'm
you know
just
what I'm
saying.
Even though I didn't tell her, but I'm just like,
But that was your
like she don't even know. Like, I'm about to propose to you in a week, you know, and here you is, you thinking,
and he
crazy.
read me, and you read me, and
you
said,
thinking crazy, and you thinking all kind of stuff. It's like I'm thinking right while she was thinking left, and I was all right with it, but it's just like, okay, I gotta continue to test this water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so he
I kept pushing the buttons. I kept provoking her.
Oh my God. Oh, you always think on the left here. You never think right. You always go for the negative side. You don't go for the positive side. And I'm like, okay, what is all this? And he even went as far, y'all. He went as far as telling me, oh, you know what? I'm tired of this, and you are really making me unhappy. And I'm like, what? Making you unhappy? I was like, I just asked you last week, was you happy? And you told me, yeah. You know, and I asked you, was you happy with me? It's not funny either. And I asked you, was you happy with me? And he said, yeah. So I'm like, but I just asked you this last week. Like, why didn't you say that last week? And he told me, oh, I was just telling you yes for you. So I'm like, what? Oh, so you trying to pacify me now? Like, you know what I mean? You gonna just tell me yes, that you's happy just to make me feel a certain kind of way, and you really not happy? Because that's how I feel. Like, you gotta be honest with me. Be brutally honest with me. I don't care if you don't want to be with me no more. If you're not happy with me, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like everything is everything, and then something all of a sudden just hit the fan, and boom, I'm smacked in the face with something that I ain't even see coming. So he just went all the way. I'm talking about, this was his opportunity, I guess, to just take it on through there. Oh, I was making him unhappy, and I was going to lose him over this. And so I'm just like, you know what? And I started self-evaluating a little bit. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. Sometimes I can go off the wall a little bit. You know, sometimes I can think a little bit more positive. I can be a little bit more not fearful about everything, you know, not thinking of the worst all the time. But that's just something that I'm working on, you know, and I think I've came a long way now.
And she know, out of all people, I fear no man but God. And I don't even play that. I don't fear anybody, not one red soul. Like, I'm like a in the tight face, like type guy. What you see is what you get. You know, I'm like, I don't back down from anything or anybody. You know, I'm not a bully. I hate bullies. But I bully bullies. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care anything about none of that. But if anyone is with me, I got to test the water and make sure you're just as strong as me. Because I want to know at the end of the day, if we're not in each other's presence, or whatever the case may be, that you can handle you. And you know I can handle me.
Yeah, but...
You know you can... No, I'm just saying, I understand. I know she can handle her. Don't get me wrong, she can handle her. But, you know, when a man is ready to choose his queen for the rest of his life, he want to make sure, okay, he done dotted all his I's and crossed all his T's. Right or wrong, people. That's all I'm saying. It's not about all of the other stuff. And that's all I'm saying. Even though she called me $5,500 for my truck to get fixed. It's in the shop right now. That was fine. Insurance covered it.
Yeah, but he didn't tell y'all that if I went into that scratch already where he had bumped it at before, we got the whole truck fixed now. And, you know, so that gave it a little bit of urgency. So now he'll be riding around and it'll, you know, be all right. So I told him to thank you.
You know, not even staying exactly. You're right, baby. And I did, and I thank you. You know, I said not to stay on that because you know it just was like, baby, you know.
Yeah, because we can't stay
I
on
mean,
that.
you know, I did that. You know, you did that. We did that. Whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but I'm just telling y'all what it was. It was like, okay, now this is it. I can't do this no more. I don't want to do this no more.